My God. Elimination Chamber 2026 was incredible. Let's go over it. I don't know if I'm the only one who feels like this, but this show had low expectations, if we're being honest. I think that's the widely spread agreement. This show didn't have very high expectations, and last year's was just so hard to top, but I think this absolutely delivered. The show started with the women's Elimination Chamber match, of course, and obviously pretty much every Elimination Chamber match is great. Loved it, obviously. A good showing again from Kiana James. The final two were Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton. There was also this cool double pin that Raquel did, eliminating both Kiana and Alexa or Asuka at once. I'm not sure which one, but that was cool. Final two, Rhea Tiffy, and Rhea ended up winning. And this was for sure the correct decision. Nobody wanted to see Tiffy versus Jade again. Rhea is the biggest available star for Jade Cargill to face, and I think Jade should actually probably end up winning at WrestleMania. That might be a hot take, but if you can get Jade to, be a fighting champion after she defeats Rhea Ripley, the biggest female superstar in the game, that would give her a huge surge of momentum. Just get her like one or two more title defenses before WrestleMania. If she beats Rhea Ripley, she will head out of WrestleMania with a tremendous amount of momentum. Separate a couple tag teams so that the women's main event scene on SmackDown is filled and Jade is able to get title defenses. Although I don't think Rhea Ripley winning against Jade Cargill is even a bad decision either. I think it was pretty telegraphed that she was going to win this, especially after Rio lost the tag titles to the Irresistible Forces last night on SmackDown. I also did predict this correctly, so that is even better. Correct decision. I love the fact that Rhea Ripley won. Next, AJ Lee's first title win in over 10 years. AJ Lee defeated Becky Lynch in a match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Now, this was the right decision, but my question is, why are we having Becky Lynch, one of the greatest women's superstars of all time, probably the greatest current women's superstar, tap out 3 times in the past 6 months to the same person? That's the only complaint I really have about this. She should have just pinned her. I know her finisher's the Black Widow. I don't know if she has another finisher. I don't think she does. But, I mean, you can come up with something else. I don't think Becky Lynch should have tapped out. I don't think she should have tapped out at War Games either. But this is the right decision. I would love to see AJ Lee be a fighting champion headed into WrestleMania, defending this title week after week, headed into WrestleMania against some of those names that she wanted to face. This match did not end clean, though. It ended because I believe AJ threw Becky into the exposed turnbuckle that Becky exposed herself. So this was not a clean ending. So looking like the feud isn't going to be done. That's fine, I guess. It's probably going to culminate at WrestleMania with Becky Lynch hopefully winning it back. Is it starting to get a little bit stale? Sure, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's not like Damian Priest and Aleister Black. Next, we had the World Heavyweight Championship match between Finn Balor and CM Punk. And of course, CM Punk ended up retaining. I think this was a super easy match to predict. I mean, like super predictable. I think everybody expected CM Punk to win. I don't think even the most delusional of Finn Balor fans expected him to win. Correct decision. I want Roman. I'm a fan of Finn Balor. I don't really like CM Punk, but I didn't want CM Punk to win, if I'm being honest, because Roman versus Punk is a match I really want to see, and I didn't want to lose that. Correct decision. Next, before the men's elimination chamber, we had the reveal of the box. It was done like pretty quick out of nowhere. They pried the box open. There was a coffin inside. And then all these dancers came out. And then finally, Danhausen came out. Correct decision. Absolutely. And I like this. He handed Michael Cole a jar of teeth. I'm not sure if they're real or not. But that's, interesting. But that kind of made me laugh, and it kind of got me excited to see what Danhausen's going to do. Hopefully he goes to SmackDown, or maybe he's a type of guy who can be across both brands and just randomly show up and do funny stuff. I think that would be even better. I love when professional wrestling is comedic, and it's just always so awesome. That might be one of my favorite parts of pro wrestling is when it gets comedic. Super excited to see what Danhausen does, and it was weird because he went into the ring, the lights cut out for like 10 seconds, all the dancers and Danhausen were nowhere to be seen. I genuinely have no clue where they went, but it was pretty cool. Super excited for Danhausen. Totally agree. Next, we had the men's elimination chamber, and this was amazing. This was absolutely incredible. Before we get to the winner, the masked man came out and was immediately caught by security, and Adam Pearce came in, ripped the mask off, and went, "Who are you?" And it was just another completely random person. I thought that was really funny. And then another masked man came in. He came in, super kicked Logan Paul, stomped him, finally took the mask off, and it was Seth freaking Rollins. Again, yes, very telegraphed, but it's okay to have a predictable outcome sometimes if the predictable outcome is good. Seth Rollins is much, much needed back. But my question is, what are they going to do with Seth Rollins? Because it doesn't really make sense for him to go after Logan Paul, because when he got kicked out of the Vision, Logan Paul wasn't in the Vision. He has no reason to be mad at Logan Paul. Unless he's like more mad at Paul Heyman, but that wouldn't really make sense. So unless Braun Breaker's coming back, I don't know what they're going to do with him. Bronson Reed is obviously not going to be back in time, so I'm not sure. Let me know what you think Seth Rollins is going to do, but I'm very glad, very, very glad Seth Rollins is back, and I think it was the right decision. I think the only other real good possibility was Bad Bunny or maybe Chris Jericho, but I don't think that's even possible because he's still in AEW. And as for the winner of the Elimination Chamber, oh my God, they actually pulled a swerve! Randy Orton won! I firmly did not expect Randy Orton to win this because WWE is in panic mode. They probably just wanted to go with the safe option of Cody Rhodes, but I am watching the pre-show as I'm recording this, and this Friday they announced Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. So, I mean, does it get more telegraphed than that? I think it's pretty clear they're wanting Cody versus Randy. Drew McIntyre came in when it was just Cody and Randy in the final two. Drew McIntyre came in, hit Cody with the title, and then started attacking him. Randy started fighting back, and then I believe he RKO'd Drew McIntyre. Cody hit the crossroads, and Randy was like, "Yeah, do that." And I was like, no. Randy is going to just hesitate. He's not going to pull the trigger. And this feud is just going to keep getting hinted at. We're going to be stuck for the next 6 months foreshadowing that Cody versus Randy is going to happen. I was like, no, I hate everything. And then Randy hit the RKO from out of nowhere on Cody Rhodes, pinned him, and Randy Orton is your 2026 Elimination Chamber winner, and I could not be happier. This was the correct decision. Cody was the basic, boring option, and Cody was the conservative, boring option, and I am so glad that Randy won. This is exciting. This is an actual swerve, and this gives us potential for different storylines going into WrestleMania, but most importantly, it's looking like we're finally, after 2 years of foreshadowing, gonna get Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Thank you, WWE, for not taking the conservative route. Thank you so much. I am so unbelievably excited and so happy that Randy Orton won. and I cannot fucking wait to see what goes on and see if we finally get Cody versus Randy at WrestleMania. I'm hoping they just straight up confirm it. Cody wins the title on Friday because of Randy Orton, maybe, or just straight up clean. I don't care. Just don't get Drew McIntyre involved in a rematch. But Cody wins the title. Randy Orton comes out right after. RKO, confirm it. The greatest 1-2 punch of WrestleMania main events of all time. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the undisputed WWE Championship, night 1. Night 2, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh my God. Absolute cinema. Thank you so much, Triple H. That's going to be it for this video, though. Let me know what you thought of Elimination Chamber. I thought it delivered well above expectations. Thank you so much for watching. Check out another video on screen. Like and subscribe if you want.